Welcome to Game.
Hey guys, welcome to GTLive, where today we are joined on the couch by a very special guest.
Ronnie Unedited.
You're
You're not Pikachu.
I am not
How
Pikachu.
are you?
not Pikachu confirmed. Two
They
separate
are
I don't know,
actually
it's-
different.
We look pretty similar.
Yeah, it's the
same,
hair.
the same beady brown eyes, the same.
The same adorable
beady
button
brown
nose.
nose.
There.
So anyway, Ronnie, what are you doing outside of the editor basement, man? How did you escape?
Well, you see, I got a hacksaw in a box delivered to me from a.
who?
I know people.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was a fan. It was a fan submission.
Fan submission of a hacksaw.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. No, actually, as soon as I got out, though, you guys like put me in this room and said I'm doing something, and I have no idea what I'm doing today, and I'm horrified.
That's the
Please
way
help.
we like it.
Send food. I haven't eaten in a while.
Don't send food. Stop it. No.
Work first. Yeah. Okay.
So.
Just kidding.
So wait, are you lying to me? You cannot beat Zelda in less than 10 minutes?
Wait, sorry. Is that what we're doing today?
Oh, that's what I thought we were doing
Surprise!
today.
Oh shoot. Well,
I'm putting the pressure on you.
actually, yes, I can beat Zelda in less than 10 minutes.
Oh! Shock of all shocks. So anyway, in case our little vaudevillian act here fooled you, today Ronnie is on the stream. I don't know. I don't know.
Trust the tweet and the thumbnail. Zelda, 10 minutes. Ronnie's gonna do it today.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, we're doing a live stream speed run of Zelda. Not any Zelda. Zelda Link to the Past.
The Link to the Past.
My personal favorite Zelda. No hate. No hate. Your favorite Zelda?
No, actually, Zelda 1's my favorite, but
Ooh.
Zelda 1?
Zelda 1.
have you seen my episode on it?
I have, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just
Yeah.
playing dumb for the camera so that we
Oh,
can
okay.
prompt conversation, actually.
You know who else's favorite Zelda is Link to the Past?
Yours?
Also mine, but also Reggie from Nintendo. Reggie, the CEO of Nintendo. It's his favorite Nintendo game of all time. So you share similar tastes in Zelda with the CEO of Nintendo.
Our bodies are ready. So why Zelda 1? For those of you who haven't watched the episode.
Yeah.
So for years and years and years, I heard people call Link to the Past like the pinnacle version of what like the Zelda series. Like it sort of peaked here,
Yeah.
and it's what Zelda 1 was trying to be. And I actually, on a fundamental, like I never beat Zelda 1 as a kid, so I went back and played it when I was 16, 17.
Yeah.
And like it's just on so many different levels. It's so fundamentally different from almost every Zelda game that's come since.
Yeah.
And it's really like there's very, very few games quite like it, and there is opaque as it because it's a very opaque, very difficult thing to do. But like you explore this world.
Yeah, because there's no map.
There's no guide.
There's no clues really to like, hey, burn down this one tree to find
Yeah.
level 7.
Actually, yeah, a few of those puzzles like that I don't like.
Oh
I
my
think that's
gosh,
actually bad.
spoiler! I can't believe you just did that!
It's a secret to everybody, Matthew.
Take this.
Uh,
Secret to everybody, take this.
No, but you were actually we were just talking about this the other day about how in your family the map to Zelda 1 was something that your dad like drew out on graph paper and then like handed down to you like, here my son, take my Zelda 1
it's
map
dangerous to go
and
alone.
go forth.
It's dangerous to go alone, take this. And literally, yeah, it was handed down in my family from my father who played NES. We had the gold cart and everything. He had hand-drawn out the map of Zelda 1 First Quest. Because it doesn't exist, and in the time before the internet, that sort of thing was hard to come by. I was talking to another guy the other day, his name's Ray, same story. His dad had drawn out the map and handed it down. It's a cool quirk of like the early days of video gaming. But yeah, you're totally right, it's a very different game, whereas Link to the Past, there's very clear guideposts where you have to go and win. The first game is like, here's a sword, good luck.
Yeah, and that's how I like playing Zelda, which is I'm going to play Link to the Past the way I play Zelda 1. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing Link to the Past a little bit different than what you guys are used to.
I was gonna say, well, and apparently you play Link to the Past in 10 minutes, which
Which, by
a little
the
bit
way,
different than what you guys are used to.
The chat is anxious for us to get into a little gameplay, so maybe I'll talk about how you can engage with the stream, and then we'll let Ronnie get into like some of the gameplay.
Hey, you hold on to your pants, my friends watching right now. You
Hold on to them.
hold on to those pants.
Pitch up those britches, friends.
Because here's the secret of the production here, friends. if it takes Ronnie less than 10 minutes to run through Zelda, that requires us to vamp for time, because no one wants to see a 10-minute live stream. Like, these things, like, usually they go on for like 6 hours. Ours are already short at like an hour and a half.
We're gonna tap dance after he's done. That's our fallback.
Oh yeah, I've seen them rehearse. It's actually really interesting. You guys are gonna love it.
It's a fantastic tap dance.
We're gonna make Ronnie do like Dance Dance Revolution or something like that after this.
Shuffling off to Buffalo for days. No, but I think what we'll do here is we'll have Ronnie run through. We'll time it to see how fast he can do it. Then he'll teach us how he did it.
Yeah.
So he'll actually run through the mechanics of how this is working and why, and then maybe we can try, or like with your guidance.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I too can beat Zelda in 10 minutes or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think
cool. And while we're doing that, you can hit us up on the chats, which is over here. It's over here in the ether. You can't see it.
I would hope they can see it actually.
They can see it. Trust us, it's over there.
That's actually your vidIQ plugin that I'm seeing. So.
Okay, fine. Just I enjoy seeing video statistics live. Okay?
Fantastic.
You can also hit us up on the twits using hashtag GTLive at any of our Twitter handles. MatPatGT.
MatPatGT.
Digressing and side questing. Is it the full thing? No, it's not. It's digressing NSQ. It's NSQ.
Yeah, NSQ.
Digressing NSQ.
There you go.
And at Cordy Patrick. You know, the huge. So hit us up, and we'll be monitoring all fronts, including someone who already sent in some information for us, Tux_ping. Jason's not real. He's something MatPat invented for when things go wrong.
It's true.
Yep.
Jason not real. Confirmed.
It's true.
Confirmed.
Matthew also just throws his voice. That's how you hear Jason.
I'm actually an excellent ventriloquist on the level of Terry Fader. Jason, speaking of the invisible man that I talked to off screen, Jason, I noticed that the color behind us is green. Was that to match Link? Or was that to match Ronnie's green attire? Like, Ronnie got dressed up for us today, by the way.
Ronnie's looking spiffy.
He's looking legit.
Well, I mean, you know how I do.
I know how you do.
Just because I live in a basement doesn't mean I can't, accessorize.
Gotta look good, man. You look good, you feel good.
Yeah.
No, but Jason, really, the green
For
is
both.
For both. Oh, simultaneous. Okay, great.
I assumed he wore green to match
Link, which in turn matches the color of the room. Fantastic.
That's true.
All right, so Jason, can you pull up the gameplay and the timer, please? Oh, great. So, here, you can probably crop it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So Ronnie, anything that we need to know ahead of time for this Link to the Past speedrun?
No, it's good to go in totally dry,
Totally blind.
not knowing what's
Totally
going
dry.
on.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Okay.
All right.
Do
So,
this thing.
tell me when I should hit start.
Okay, we should hit start after I input my name, which is going to be... All right. Let's use uppercase to get the point across. All right. You already know what I'm going to use. Okay.
What?
There we go.
Oh, come on!
Fat pat.
Should I hit? Am I starting it?
Yes, start.
Oh, okay, there we go. Starting.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Fat Pat?
Yeah.
Man.
That's cool.
Thanks,
I like
Ronnie.
it. I
Hey,
like
man, the
it.
McDonald's is not treating you well, man.
You know what? I'm sacrificing my body to make more videos, that's all.
Oh, yeah,
My
that's-
body was not ready to be a YouTuber.
So, the longest intro ever, next to Ocarina of Time, which also has a really long intro.
Yeah, Zelda games do tend to have long intros.
Yeah.
Also, there's Link's uncle that we never see again.
You see him during the credits, which we will see after I beat the game. But
Whoa.
If you beat the game, Ronnie. If.
no, it's gonna be one.
I have faith. I have faith in him.
All right.
Ronnie, you're already at 39
Whoa.
seconds.
Whoa.
Oh shoot. Yeah, super
Whoa,
special tactics.
he
There's all sorts of crazy stuff going on
Yeah.
here.
leaping off of ledges left and right.
I'm actually tapping the A button every frame, and this is this increases my forward momentum by 1 pixel, and it ends up shaving off 3 seconds at the end of the run.
That is not confirmed. I'm
No.
watching his fingers right now. The A button is not being tapped.
Oh no, he looks hurt.
Fat Pat.
Oh no.
Go on, Fat Pat.
The reason why he's raising you is because your parents didn't like you because they named you Fat Pat. So that's why your
They
uncles.
actually abandoned you.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Don't you gotta kill that guy?
No, man, I'm on a time limit. I can't. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Ooh, I think you wasted a second there by swinging
Oh.
prematurely.
All right. Let's take care of this guy. All right, taking care of. Now, the interesting thing is these guys don't really aggress on you.
Uh-huh.
They just sort of chill out. That's the only knight out here that aggresses on you. These guys are fine.
You're just burning through time now? Just to
Yeah,
show off.
just,
Yeah,
I'm just
what
showing
are you
off.
doing,
I mean,
man?
I can spare a few minutes. I just thought that was interesting.
I can spare a few minutes.
Yeah.
That's what... Sparing the few minutes is what the post-speedrun
All right, let's
wrap-up
make
is
sure.
for.
Okay. And we're going to... Save and quit. All right, this is the most important step.
What?
Yeah, now I'm gonna go back into the MatPat save file. I'm gonna start here, and this is actually the hardest part of the run. This is where things can go cattywampus. And I might lose.
Cattywampus.
Yeah, I might lose a little bit of time. We'll see though.
One might say akimbo.
A little akimbo, kind of, a little bit. Okay. Hopefully though, things are gonna go all right.
Except for that guy.
Yeah, this guy can ruin everything, but he didn't, cause I'm good. Okay.
Because I'm a boss.
But he didn't, cause I'm good.
He didn't, cause I'm good. All right.
I'm so fascinated by what you're doing. Like, I don't know where this is
Yeah.
going. I'm really
Oh yeah.
curious.
Well, you're about to be very excited in like a few seconds from now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into this room, and you see this guy?
Yes.
I'm gonna tap my sword on this wall so he hears me, and he's gonna charge right at me, and I'm gonna glitch into the wall. I'm in the wall, everybody. Look at
What?
me. I'm in the wall, and I can go anywhere I want, sort of. So I'm just gonna, walk past everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna walk to
Oh,
the.
look, there's your little cute green
Oh.
hat.
Yep.
Wait.
Here's a black screen. Don't want to go there. Black screens are no good. This is the 1960s. Okay. And shoot, I walked back into the black screen. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. I'm still on. There we go.
Still on track.
So where are you right now?
I'm actually. Well, I'm gonna explain where I am pretty soon. But I'm just kind of all the.
Oh, this is the boss chamber,
Yeah,
right?
this
For
We're getting to the boss chamber.
Aghanim or
Yeah,
whatever.
actually, if I go left from here,
Yeah.
we can.
Actually fight him or see him.
Yeah. See. Oh, so you mean to say you would like to be totally destroyed? See, this is endgame. Spoiler alert, endgame stuff.
Whoa.
All right,
Yeah,
so
okay.
I actually went a little bit off path, so let's go back.
Well, that's not end game. That's like mid game.
I'm mid game, but we're about to get to the end game because we are going to. We have one more hallway, but when we get there, oh, there I am.
Just walking along the bottom of the pit,
Just walking along the bottom of the pit. You know how I do,
as Link do.
as Link do. We're gonna fight Ganon. Look, it's Ganon, and I believe I have found the Triforce.
Do I pause it?
Oh yeah,
What?
time.
You beat it in 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
There we go.
Welcome, Fat Pat. I am
Alright.
the essence of the Triforce.
And yeah, we're done. All right, stream's over, everybody. You can go home. What's the chat saying?
What?
What does the chat say?
Dun, 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 dun. So the chat's 20 seconds behind
Yeah.
you, so you're still in the beginning of the game for
I'm
them.
still in the
so
beginning of the game. Yeah, so let's vamp for
everyone
time.
says whoa cool.
Yep. So do you guys have
Lucky MR Blue says all them cheats.
all them cheats?
Sissy Star Ronnie is hacks.
I am hacks.
Undertale Gamer Girl, whoa cool. Cyber Fate 7 still isn't sure, just says Ronnie, is that you?
Unconvinced that that is Ronnie.
Hashtag glitchpat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Omega Metal Master says he's practically done. No, he is done.
I am done.
He finished like a while ago now.
Yep.
Right? Like this ending has been going on for a while.
Oh, dude, that's the longest ending ever. Actually, so do you guys have any idea of what just happened there? Of what you just saw? Any hypotheses, Mr. Theorist?
Ha ha. So I'm assuming. I don't know why you had to save and quit. I'm assuming it like saves some sort of map files.
It has, yeah.
Like,
there's some
next
state
to
that's
each
saved.
other. Because I don't really know. Like, because I do know that like when you're programming a game or whatever to like save on space, or you have to kind of design a map and rooms that you probably shouldn't access, but you can access in different parts of the game, get like laid next to each other in weird ways. And I know that like in Metroid, like the original Metroid for the NES, that was a lot of, like, you can do a lot of crazy things with the map there because stuff is kind of like stacked in weird ways on top of each other, and you can glitch into different rooms and this and that. So that's like what I'm assuming is happening here, where there are these empty rooms that are like, but why? And they're not actually, like, some of them are actual rooms.
Yep. Also, visual glitch, that's not supposed to happen.
No, you're not supposed to. You're just adding that
Yeah.
just to show off at this point.
Actually, yeah.
So is it
it's
like-
actually, it's not even supposed to be raining. That's also a glitch. Being the way, like, that rain is supposed to, like, when you get out of the dungeon, it triggers a flag to tell the rain to stop. But I never got out of the dungeon, so it never triggered the flag, so the rain never stopped. And so now we're watching the ending with rain.
So you may have saved the Triforce, Ronnie, but you have doomed Hyrule to a perpetual state.
Yeah, it's gonna be
The
no
weather
rain.
is going to be terrible now.
Oh, this is how Wind Waker gets started.
Whoa! That's
Oh, man.
that's a game theory episode waiting to happen.
I will say, your hypothesis is, like, that would be kind of more on if I was doing an Ocarina of Time speed run, is, like, you warp to certain rooms and stuff. This actually, the saving and quitting doesn't really have anything to do with the room layout. It has to do with, well, actually, should I just restart the game and we can
No, Steph, what's your
Oh, yeah, what's your
hypothesis? I'm
hypothesis?
curious.
So
Oh, whoops.
mine would be something similar where it's whatever is the programming for the room with Ganon right next to everything else is they're saved in proximity to each other so that you can physically walk from one to the other. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the only way that I've heard of speedruns really being done in games before. I'm sure there are other programming glitches that happen, but my understanding is that it's usually that when one space in a game is programmed next to another space, and so if you glitch through a wall
Yeah.
from like level 1 to level 7 of a game, it's because that was the reason. But hey, if there are new ways to glitch through games, cool.
No, so
Tell us
okay,
about it.
yeah. Tell me about this because I'm
Yeah.
really curious. So if you could restart.
Okay, all right.
So for those of you who are just tuning in, Ronnie just beat Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past in less than 4 minutes. It was 3 minutes and 51 seconds. What is the all-time record? Do you know?
I don't know. It'd probably be like a little bit better than my time, but
Sure.
it wouldn't be too much better. I
You
think that's
did kind of show off a little bit.
I
Yeah,
actually looked it up. You can do it in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like 2:48.
Wow.
Is the world record. You can get a lot better than what Ronnie did, but if you just don't, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's probably a
run around
TAS though.
outside-
They probably had a
outside.
robot doing that instead of a human being.
Okay, I was gonna say this is not a tool-assisted.
This is not tool
speedrun.
assisted. Yeah, this is.
Right.
This is just you in the game
Yeah,
using whatever weird glitchy things it has.
Yeah, I believe technically it's called an any percent run.
An any percent run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's an 80% run.
Shall I push your glasses
yes,
up for
thank
you a
you,
little bit?
thank you.
I thought you were doing like Ganon there for
Oh
a second.
yeah.
Like,
No.
Ganon.
I was doing nerd. Yeah. Any percent run. Yeah.
I
Okay.
was doing nerd.
So the most important part
Yeah.
is right here. So what I do is I climb up these stairs.
Yes.
And like so, MatPat noted this is I save and quit.
While
right
you're
here.
in the air.
That's a very
right?
important thing.
Okay.
Yes, while I'm in the air, and that's because all the dungeons are you can be on one of two layers. You can either be on the lower layer or on the upper layer in a dungeon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like people think of Link to the Past dungeons as like these multi-tiered things
Mm-hmm.
because you have several floors and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, like you get the map and you see all the different floors for one.
Yeah, sometimes there are like 6 floors or whatever.
Yeah, that's actually that's not true. The game's only on one layer and then another layer. Like all dungeons are like on the same map.
Huh.
Okay.
But like
Okay.
when you're traversing the different floors, you're just going to a different spot of the same dungeon.
Okay, that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. So
So when you're thinking about the programming, they're laid out on the same
Yes.
level.
yeah. These dungeons aren't like actually over each other in a
Yeah,
3D
going
space.
up the
in memory.
stairs just takes you to another part
Yes.
of that level.
Of
Yeah,
course.
of the flat map.
But each, like you said, there's the upstairs and the downstairs
Yes.
as far as within this room.
Yes.
Okay.
Within this room and every room. So now
Yes.
that I climb up the stairs, that puts Link in, like, there's a value that's stored in memory, and it's Link's value of whether or not he's climbed upstairs or not. And, like, we'll call it his raised and lowered value. Right now his value is set to raised.
Okay.
And if you jump off of this,
Yeah.
it'll set his value to lowered. But in between the two, I'll be jumping, and when you're jumping, you're not in raised or lowered, you're in jumping. Right?
Okay.
So
Huh.
you're in this limbo in between. And so by saving and quitting, like I did,
Yeah.
You
that value,
stay in jumping.
yeah, that value never gets reset for some reason. The programmers don't reset the value when you reset the game.
Okay.
And so, as you see, I got hit by this guy and I'm able to go through the wall. I'm not actually. Oh, and he's glitching. That's because I'm in a weird spot. He's glitching.
Sure.
So I'm able to go through the wall. I'm not actually going through the wall. What I'm doing is I'm going through the floor because what I did is I was raised.
Wait, say that again. Okay, you're not going through the wall.
I'm
going
underneath
through-
the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
It just look. I'm just. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm the wall. And so.
This is all. I mean, it's a flat space.
It is
Everything here is actually 2D, so
Yeah.
you're just under
So
it.
even here, even though it looks like I'm in the wall, like I'm kind of above these guys, I'm actually beneath them in a weird way.
Huh.
And so yeah, that value of me being raised or lowered, it never gets reset. So when I restart the game, the value keeps me in a like in the jumping state. And so when I get hit when I'm in the jumping state, the game says, okay, Link's in his jumping state. He got hit.
Yeah.
Let's put him in the lowered state. And so if you're in like a room like that,
Yeah.
you get hit and you're not jumping, so it pushes you in the lowered state, but there is no lower floor in that room. So it pushes you
So it
beneath.
pushes you under the
It
floor.
pushes you under the
Oh,
floor.
that's cool.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, so actually in this room right here, you can
Huh.
see I'm under the floor.
Oh,
Gosh.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And that's why you were able to be seen in the pit
That's
when
why I
you
was
were
able-
walking through
Yeah.
the pit.
Correct.
Elias Vasquez sums this up really well. Ronnie equals savage.
Yeah, very.
Savage.
That's awesome.
And actually, weird things happen to the palette too. Like, see. So,
Yeah, I was wondering what was happening.
yeah.
So it's just like randomly.
Sort of. Yeah. Like it'll load up. Like all the dungeons have the same tile set. They just apply a different palette using just programming and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in memory, all of these tiles are this. They don't have a yellow tile and then like a reddish tile or a
They're all those kind of just general tiles, and
general
then the
tiles.
palette is
and then-
added on top.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And so when you trigger certain loading zones, the palette changes. So that's just to save memory. Okay, this is my favorite room. What do you think this room is used for? You never see this room in game ever,
No.
unless you're doing weird stuff like this.
I was gonna say,
Is this like a template for rooms where you can add certain entrances and exits on either side?
That's
or?
a good guess, but no, it is used in game. You just never see it,
Okay.
and it's.
Is it a? I don't know.
I sort of gave you guys a little bit of a preview in that Aghanim is over here.
Right.
So this is the boss room. This is where you usually fight Aghanim.
Okay.
But I went a little bit too
Do you
far
have
over.
to? Do they like store
Endless.
him in a different space and then move him over when you enter the box
Yes, he
room?
teleports during your fight like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he's doing that, he's actually going over here.
No way! Oh, that's so cool!
Oh wow.
And so that's how his boss fight is programmed. Is I have weird colors right
Oh
now,
my
but
gosh.
yeah, he. So if we can maybe when he teleports here,
Yeah.
he's gonna.
Maybe.
There he is. I didn't quite catch him. He's a little bit too far over. But yeah, you see, so he's sort of like blipping in between those two things. So even though like you're on the screen, you're in the boss fight, and you're just sort of seeing him disappear,
Yeah.
he actually is going somewhere, just somewhere off screen.
Oh,
which is
that's so funny.
it's my favorite thing.
Wait, is that how teleporting enemies are usually programmed, or is this just kind of like a weird thing that the Zelda for this game they did?
Yeah, they didn't have to program him that way. I couldn't tell you why they did it this way.
Yeah.
They just did it this way.
Huh.
Huh. So this isn't because I was gonna guess is this every boss's chamber, but it's not. This is still Aghanim's
Yes.
level. It's just like
It's like his warehouse where they keep him.
it's his like backstage. It's like
Yeah.
BTS with Aghanim.
No, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
That's fascinating. Okay.
And also what I was saying about the palette earlier, you see I glitched the palette, so usually this would all be the correct colors. But
Of
now
course.
Now it's using the Ice Zone palette, the Ice Castle palette.
So can you get hit at this point?
So what I can do is if I go into a 2-story room,
Yes.
and I like if I get to a point where I can jump off, like I can actually jump off walls, and then I'll be on like the correct floor and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'll be able to get hit.
Okay.
But right now, I'm pretty sure I'm invincible.
And you can't hit him though either. Right?
Nope.
Okay.
Right, because you're underneath him. You would never actually.
You
run
are
into
below
him.
the floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And so if I zoom up here and go through, I don't actually know which dungeon this is.
I was gonna say this.
I was gonna say, where are you right now?
Is this related to the pyramid in the Dark World in any way, shape, or form?
Maybe.
Or...
I've only beaten Link to the Past twice, so I'm not hyper duper familiar.
Wait, you've only beaten it. Well,
People-
outside of beating it like.
Oh yeah, outside of like this
This
way,
way.
I've
So-
only beaten it legitimately twice.
Took you slightly longer than 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
A little bit slightly longer. So I'm not hyper familiar with all of like the maps and stuff.
How many times have you beat it this way?
A lot.
And, and did you just like what got you? I'm so curious. Like
I was gonna ask.
What
So
prompted you to-
how'd you find out about this?
Yeah.
I just saw a like a YouTube video, like
Yeah.
like beat Link to the Past in 6 minutes. I'm like, that seems like a cool party trick, and so I just wanted to do it. Yeah, just like a few years ago.
That's
and like I
awesome.
pulled it off my roommate's SNES.
Yeah.
Showed him. He was way unimpressed for whatever reason, but
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, you have to be in the good
think
company
that's
when it
so
comes to stuff like
cool.
this.
I was gonna say, does it matter what version of the game you're playing? Like right now, we're playing it on the Virtual Console.
Yeah.
Which Ronnie was not excited about. He was
No.
like, "Ugh, how dare they give me a Wii U?
Yeah.
I
No,
wanted
you have to do it on the
I wanted
SNES. That's the most
SNES."
impressive version. Is on the original
I mean, we could have pulled out our like I have it stored upstairs,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like.
Do we have a TV that will? I
We
guess
would've-
we would have to like get converter cables at this point.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it works across all different
Yeah.
genres.
Every version except for the Game Boy Advance version, because that's more of a remake, and like whenever Link sings this sort of uses like the Ocarina of Time shouts and stuff. It's weird. So
Okay.
the Game Boy Advance version you can't do this glitch on, but just about every other version you can.
Interesting. Okay.
That's so cool.
And so the Ganon fight.
Yes.
Let me kind of go over. Oh, might have went a little bit too far over.
So
There we
can
go.
you traverse the? And here's another question before we get to Ganon. Can you traverse the whole game this way? Like.
I was gonna ask, can you go to places that you don't see just going straight through? Like, how did you figure out this path? Was it just from watching the YouTube video? Like, can you go
yeah,
elsewhere?
that's actually really good. Yeah, how do you know what path to take
Okay.
to find the right room?
Yeah, I just had the path memorized to get to the end.
Okay.
And like I went off a little, I went a little bit off course to show you guys that I was underneath the floor.
Yeah,
You're
of
not
course.
supposed to do that if you're going for the world record.
Sure, of course.
But yeah, so I've just sort of like messed around. So you can get to most screens.
Uh-huh.
Not any of the overworld screens. You know how you have the world map and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't get to those screens from here. It's like they're stored in 2 different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but can you get to other dungeons or other? Is it only castle levels or?
Yeah. It's only dungeons and castle levels.
Okay.
Okay.
I do have High Roll Magic pulled up here, but we've been sort of ignoring it. I don't know whether or not we...
Well, here, beat it, and then we can hop back in.
Okay. So
just through the cracked floor.
Yeah,
Cool.
just steaming through the cracked floor. So
Wait, where'd Ganon go?
Oh yeah, he just didn't spawn this time for whatever reason. I don't know.
He just didn't feel like
Decided
showing
not
up.
Yeah,
to
man.
show up. It's
I don't know. Like I beat him so hard last time, he quit. So like the way that this works is at the end of the game you beat Ganon and then like the door opens.
Yeah.
And you exit through the door and it brings you here.
Right.
So the game's programmed as whenever Link exits Ganon's room to the north, then you win. Like you don't have to beat Ganon.
Interesting.
In most games you would have to beat Ganon, that flag would go off, and then you would go here.
I was about to say that doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like that would hold up across other series in the other like games in the franchise.
Oh yeah,
right?
I mean every game is programmed differently. There's no other
Yeah.
SNES game, so they don't use the same source code.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This is just this.
So what if I exited Ganon's chamber to the east?
Oh, then you just go to a different room. That's in
Okay,
memory.
so you just kind of keep shifting around.
Yeah. But like if you exit it to the north, like that's all the game requires you to beat the game. Usually the game would be like, okay, is Ganon beat? Yes. Is the door open? Yes. Then you can beat the game.
Okay.
Whereas this is just, did you go through the door? Yes. Okay.
Great. Good on you.
It's not even did you go through the door. It's
And
just did you
done.
exit the room to the
Did
north
you
where the door?
exit? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can technically exit the room through the wall and
Yeah,
you'd still be
which is
okay.
what I did. But like the reason why they did that is because ordinarily you wouldn't be able to exit the room through the north unless you beat Ganon,
Yeah.
which opens the door.
Right,
So
but because you're sneaking
but because
along-
I'm sneaking around, I'm able to do this weird stuff.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
Would you like to give it a shot?
I would love to give it a shot. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me see. Do I need to...
Yeah, it's shoulder buttons.
Shoulders? Okay.
Okay, in the meantime, I'll pull out some stuff from the chat and from Twitter. Well, I've been seeing this one a lot, and K&Q Gaming sums it up. Nice hair, Ronnie.
Oh, thank you.
He does,
I've been
he
seeing
does have
a
an excellent
lot of
coif
that.
to his hair.
Yeah. Also, I was doing a little reading about Link to the Past before the stream started.
Yeah.
Did you know that this Zelda game is the only game where Ganon officially has a last name?
Oh, I
Did you
didn't
guys know that?
Wait, really?
Yes, this is the only game where Ganon actually has a last name, and it was because when the game was localized from Japan to all the rest of the West,
Yeah.
the Western team wanted to put like their stamp on it and
Yeah.
contribute to the game in like a meaningful way, and so they gave Ganon
Great.
a last name, and it never shows up anywhere in the rest of the series.
Where does it show up? Do you know where it shows up in the game?
I'm not sure where it shows up in the game
Well, do you
actually.
know
I'd
what
have
his
to go
last name
back
is?
and look. Yes, but Ronnie, do you know it?
I don't know.
I'm thinking it's sort of like Aerith's last name. It's like Gainsborough or something.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
it's Burrow.
close.
It's close to
close.
that.
Ganon Gainsborough?
Something like that.
Dragmire.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's
that
not
sounds
close.
familiar now that you mention it.
Yeah. So anyway, it shows up. Yeah, this is the only game where Ganondorf Dragmire.
Ooh,
That's kind of cool. All
Right.
right. Wait, okay, so here we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
So I'm already in the upper state, right? I don't need to save and quit again?
No, you're not in the upper state anymore. I don't think.
Okay, so I do need to save and quit.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Get up there.
We got this. I'm totally gonna do this. Whoops. I'm gonna have a cool party trick to show my friends, even though my friend is Ronnie, and at this point he knows. Oh, see, I suck. Oh no!
Okay, this is going to
Gotta-
crit.
Oh,
you gotta
no!
face the right way.
I was,
man.
I was trying to
I know
pull
it.
a Ronnie. I was trying to
It's
pull a Ronnie and like show off like, oh, look at me, finish him off in one hit. But shoot, I got cocky. Okay, so I'm here.
Yeah, and
So now I need to
Jump
jump
and
and
quit.
save and quit.
oh,
Whoops,
wrong one.
There we go. Save and quit. Whoops, that's continue game. Let me try
Yeah.
this again.
Matthew,
See.
honestly.
Hey, all right.
They're like two buttons.
I'm a first timer. Okay, here I am. I'm gonna save and quit.
Yeah.
Start again.
Don't save over mine. Okay, good.
Fat Pat, I'm not saving over yours.
Okay, so it's really important that you do not get hit right now. If you get hit, then it resets your value to
Okay.
the correct way. So
All right.
Okay.
So don't suck like I did last time.
don't suck like you did last time.
Thank you. I will do my best.
Ronnie, pro tips with Ronnie.
Don't
Don't suck
suck.
like last time.
All right, I'm gonna go the long way. Oh, buddy. See that?
I did.
See those mad sword skills?
It was like C plus sword skills, but go on.
Wow.
That's a passing grade.
Okay, so now I'm up
He
and I
isn't
gotta go this way,
flunking.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait for this guy.
You gotta
I need
go
to
tap on the
I
wall.
need to tap the wall to aggro him.
Yep.
Get aggro.
And you're in the ball. Okay.
Yeah!
Now you have to be really careful. Right. It looks like you went over a little bit. That's good. Go up,
Okay, up,
and then up again.
up again. Yeah, look at me.
Oh,
Unity
man.
Hex.
Yeah. Actually, we should probably like switch over to Hyrule Magic real quick so I can demonstrate
Okay.
something.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna set a world record, Ronnie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're
No,
taking this world record away
You
from me.
already got hit like
Yeah, you
twice.
already got hit like twice, dude.
Oh man, so much hate. Okay, so what are we looking at?
Okay, are we, it's not on screen quite yet, is it?
It
No.
is.
Oh, it is? Okay,
It
I can
is.
see. Okay, so yeah, so this is Hyrule Magic. This is like a Link to the Past ROM editor.
Oh.
You use this to make like ROM hacks and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
I actually used it to help like filming my digressing aside questing video as well to get to certain places so I could capture footage.
Oh, nice.
And it's
Okay.
a really helpful tool. So right now you can see that like this room resembles a room that Matthew's on.
Right.
And so I can actually follow him wherever he goes through this ROM editor.
Okay.
And so
Oh,
if you
that's so cool.
yeah
Also, if I go to the, what way do you want me to go?
go up
Up.
Okay,
yeah.
so if I go up,
and then go right.
go right. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh
Oh no!
oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, no, I leaped off the wall.
Yeah, you left off the
no.
wall. Okay, you have to start over.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's really important to like keep track of like how far
Little
over
did
you.
we know
yeah.
how much finesse this
It does take a lot of
Right,
finesse.
you just made it look so easy,
Yeah,
right?
you
Yeah.
did.
Wait, so I can jump off of a wall? So I have to stay in the wall?
Yeah, to a certain degree. There are so that room I think had 2 stories, or its walls were programmed in a way that they like.
You can't get to a point where there are multiple levels anymore in case you fall onto
Yeah.
one.
Okay,
basically.
okay, that makes sense. See, I failed. Sorry, guys.
Cool. It's cool.
My bad. My B.
We forgive you. I'm not sure Twitter will, but
This is my chance to redeem myself. What is Twitter saying?
Speaking of Twitter, I should probably tweet this out on my Twitter, right?
Huh.
Is this bad netiquette tweeting on my phone while I'm on stream? Is
Whoa,
this
it's
terrible?
so meta.
I'm so
meta.
uninterested in what Matthew's doing on screen. So you guys should be too. He's so bad at this game. Look how bad he is.
I'm doing
Aw.
great, buddy. Look at this. Look at these mad hacks.
I'm looking and it's not great.
At Dreamy Girl sent
You're the best,
a
Ronnie.
picture of it's actually I think it's Yumi and Jason probably because Ronnie's hair couldn't fit in
Yeah,
the picture there.
probably not.
That's okay. Let's see. Oh, Damon Boyer at Stampy Penguin 1. Ronnie, you actually exist.
I do. I am
Of course
not
he does.
just.
He has his own show and like he's
Maybe
his hair alone.
Maybe he thought it was
Everything.
my excellent ventriloquism skills.
Again.
You ever think of that?
Both Jason and Ronnie made up people.
I actually think he just thinks I'm like an animated character that exists only on computer screens, which is not accurate.
Leslie said 1D Mahomie says MatPat ain't got them skills. I'm sorry.
Look at them skills. Look at them skills.
You are getting them skills.
See,
you
do
are
see?
you are getting good.
Do you see? Yeah,
Get good.
Right? This is a regular Dark Souls mod.
All right, let me.
Okay, so here I am. Okay, I'm back in the wall.
Okay.
I have phased back into the wall.
All right. Go.
You said.
Yeah. Go a little bit left. Okay.
Go
okay.
a little bit left.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably enough. Okay. Go up.
Up.
All right. Let me follow you with Hyrule Magic.
Do you believe in magic?
Micah
Up.
Case has a question for you,
Up here.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
He asks, so what should I put in my taco?
Oh, why should you put it in your taco? Whatever you want to put in your taco, man.
What would you recommend?
Whatever.
He's
Look, man,
asking for
my
advice.
taste buds aren't your taste buds. What I recommend you put in a taco is toothpaste. Try that.
Maybe he wants a Ronnie, like a Ronnie's recommended
signature
taco.
taco?
Yeah, Ronnie's
Yeah.
signature
Okay, no,
taco.
no, no,
What's
no,
in
no, no,
that?
no, no, no. You don't do tacos, actually. What you do, if you want my honest opinion, tacos are okay, all right? They're okay.
Wow.
But, like, you do whatever you want with them.
Taco hate. Hashtag
No,
taco
no,
hate.
no, 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 no. It's not hate. It's taco.
I'll have you know,
it's
sir,
taco
that I just had-
ambivalence. It's taco ambivalence.
Sir, I just had 3 Chipotle tacos last night for dinner, and they were delicious.
Well, okay, that's okay. You do you, right? But what I'm gonna say is, do a quesadilla, man.
this is the internet. Any
Oh,
sort of disagreement
I had
is
the
fun.
quesadilla last night.
Okay, well,
Yes.
right on.
Yes.
Oh,
All
great.
right.
Yeah, I get some tortilla with cheese sandwiched in the middle.
Yes.
What-do-you do?
And chicken and salsa and deliciousness, and that's a quesadilla.
Yeah, well, you do quesadilla, pepper jack cheese, man. Pepper jack cheese on a quesadilla, you get that spice. You get that.
Aren't you
I get it.
aware
I
that
get it.
this is the internet where any sort of like
Ronnie just kissed his
disagreement with my
fingers and
opinion
went like this.
is like offensive to me?
Well, I'm not disagreeing with your opinion. I'm just saying it's wrong.
Just play your little
Wow. Okay, so I'm in the wall. Where
yes.
am I going?
Okay, so you're gonna go right, but as soon as the screen transitions, you want to let off the right. So
Really? Okay, wait. So
just go right from where you are.
what happens if I jump into the?
Oh,
Here, I'm shifting back up, and I'm going right.
yep. Okay.
Also,
yeah, keep
at
going.
L4Gman1 says, "Go MatPat and nice hair,
All right.
Ronnie."
So this screen is actually black. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the hair.
Oh, wait, is that what this screen
Yes.
is? It's
No.
black.
What do you think is going on here? Why is the screen black?
Why's it gotta be black? I think it's a screen that in a dungeon would typically be dark, and so because I'm not on screen, you're not seeing my
Yes.
flashlight.
Does this look familiar to you?
Does this screen look
Oh,
familiar?
yeah.
Yes, this screen looks like one of the lower level screens that I
Yes.
would need to light the lanterns in order to light.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is what that screen is. So even though you're going through like the ground and doing weird things,
Yeah.
the screen is still behaving pretty much like how it's supposed to.
Okay.
So it's black. It looks like people assume that this is a glitch screen, but it's
Yeah.
actually surprisingly not a glitch screen. It's
Hey!
You can even hear the rats sort of chirp if we weren't being so loud.
I'd hear
you
them.
can.
I hear the rats chirping.
what
Okay.
lovely
So
ambiance.
go back to the left,
So I'm going back to the left.
and then it's a straight shot upward. Well, yeah, there we go. Straight shot upwards now.
Straight shot up.
Yep.
This is also awesome. At
What?
Maybe 2000. Now he's under the floor, sneaky. And it's an awesome photo of it's like a room with a wood floor, and there's a hole in the wood
There's a-
floor.
there's
like
a secret
panel.
hatch.
There's a secret hatch, and then Ronnie has been photoshopped under the hatch, just like peeking out like the scared chipmunk or whatever.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
like,
You can take the basement. You can
great.
take Ronnie out of the basement, but you can't take the basement out of Ronnie. That makes no sense.
I liked it. I got it. I saw where you were going.
You see where I'm
there.
going?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't.
totally got you.
Oh my gosh, Absolute Pixel at the Genie, aka Thomas, another editor for the channel, says seeing Ronnie IRL for the first time makes me want a t-shirt with his face on. This
Wow.
face on merch, there it is.
Available right now on redbubble.com.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And hey, Thomas.
I'm up a screen.
I didn't know that was Thomas. Oh yeah, I did. The genie? Yeah.
Doug,
Oh,
here we go. So
Thomas.
now, do I just keep going up?
Yep. Straight shot upwards.
Okay,
Straight shot upwards.
Okay.
Here's the Aghanim screen.
okay.
And
And another room here. They use that room a lot.
They
They're-
do.
They're a fan of that room.
very huge fan of that room.
Okay, so now I'm in the basement.
Yep.
Woo!
Woo!
There I am.
All right, we're about to fight Ganon.
This pit is not as bottomless as it may appear.
Nope.
All right, let's take down Ganon. We got this.
Brilliant.
The music has changed. It's becoming.
Oh no, there he is.
There he is.
Bring it on. Oh.
Take him on.
Oh
Can
man.
I actually hit him?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
you
think
should
so.
be able to.
Actually, if you look, like your sprite actually sort of like clip masks into a shadow a little bit.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you're
true.
sort of appearing where a shadow is.
Boom! Ganon, you suck! I love his Superman cape, by the way. I've always thought that Ganon's Superman cape, and this one was goofy.
It is pretty silly. And
Boom!
there it is.
Done!
Woo!
Beat it in record time.
Nice.
3 pieces of the Triforce and everything.
Yep. Congratulations.
My name is still Fat Pat.
Was anybody timing that? How much slower was it than my time?
Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa!
Ronnie's
Hey!
throwing some shade.
No tea, no shade, Ronnie.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you beat it in 351? Okay, we're doing this.
Oh,
Now
oh.
that I know.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Well, and I even messed around a little bit, so
I know,
like,
so-
yeah, so it should be about like
I don't know.
you have a little bit of a
I-
chance.
gave you
have
a
a
little
little bit of a chance.
handicap.
I have
Yeah.
a little bit of a chance. We're
A little
doing
bit of a
this.
handicap.
Okay.
Okay, so Matthew's trying to beat my time.
And I have to start from the very beginning, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, I'm also really liking this one. Someone photoshopped our heads onto a bunch of the Zelda characters. I get to be Zelda, which is great. Ronnie's Link, and unfortunately, Matthew is definitely Ganon.
I love how they gave me like the stoic
Yeah.
face like Link. Like, I was has a very
You look
stoic
really
face.
Yeah.
All right, so someone's gonna have to time me.
Okay,
So-
ready? Just hit, yeah. Hit start when ready.
What should my name be?
I thought you're gonna straight go for it and be like Fat Ronnie or something like that.
Yeah, I should do. Yeah, let's do
Jiggly
Fat.
Pat. Okay.
Fat
yeah,
Ronnie.
Fat Ronnie. There you go.
Fat Ron
Fat Ron.
or Fat NSQ. I don't know.
Fat Ron. I think Ron's the way to go. Fat Ron.
Fat Ron. There we go.
Fat Ron. There it is. Okay, ready? It's not here. Ready, set, go.
All right.
I did start your time a little bit late because you didn't tell me to, so
Oh,
we're bouncing out time
I
here.
got that.
Is there's no way to speed up this scroll, huh?
No, not that I know of.
Garbage.
I love how you're gonna take this really seriously.
I'm totally taking this super serious.
I'll keep reading Twitter.
Super serial, guys. Gonna set a world record here. Oh, no! No! Damn it! Curse you Wii U controls!
Come on now.
Alright.
There, that makes up for you starting it late.
Yeah.
Jeez, Fat Ron.
Oh, Game Boy JT, this is my first stream. So far, it's interesting and helpful.
Yeah! Interesting and helpful. That's good. Here we go. You should give him a clap and a half. I can't because I'm beating a world record right now.
Ready?
World record.
Ready, go.
World record! You didn't give him a clap and a half, Steph.
It's a new
Oh,
lap
wait,
record.
You're supposed to give new streamers a clap and a half.
Oh yeah, here, Ronnie, you and I can do it together.
Okay.
Ready? Yeah.
That was
nice.
beautifully
That
done.
was good. That was good.
C minus.
The second time, everybody's usually on point.
Yeah.
Go!
Here,
go.
we can do another practice one. Here, Jason. Jason, join us. Ready? Oh, you guys.
Oh my gosh, you guys,
what?
come on.
Get.
Go.
I was on. Jason was off,
I expected
man.
better from you.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Whatever.
Here we go.
I don't know why, but I was watching you on my display rather than your life. So it was off.
My face is over here, Jason.
I am more than just an avatar on the display. Yeah. Are you shaking in your boots, Ronnie? I'm totally beating your time right now.
No, you're not.
MiniCat327876 says
Totally.
Fat Pat used McRib. Fat Pat beat the game.
Fat Pat used McRib. Okay. Oh. No. Oh, shoot. That was
Losing crucial seconds.
crucial seconds have been lost.
You might just want to like.
Down. There
There.
you go.
Okay, you might just want to
got
forfeit,
it.
man,
You
and
got
just
it.
like
no.
lose with your
no,
honor.
absolutely not.
Lose with your honor.
Yeah. Look, I didn't even go to the menu screen. I was so fast.
Oh.
You see those elite skills?
No,
It's
they're not.
called button mashing for the win.
I
Nope.
suppose so.
Get hit.
Don't miss
Yes.
the ladder either.
Don't miss the ladder either. Thanks. Thanks everyone for all your confidence in me.
This is the most treacherous
Oh,
part of the run.
Did you get it?
Matthew has to not
no.
get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Get out
got
of here.
it.
I don't want to. I don't. Get out of here.
What about picking up hearts? Actually, does that throw you off too?
I don't think it throws you off now.
Oh, because no, you picked up one
you can.
last time.
Well,
Didn't
you can pick up
Matthew?
parts on like either level, so
Okay.
like it doesn't really have to do with your
Parts.
value.
Not level dependent.
Yeah, it doesn't have like it doesn't affect that value.
Oh,
give
man,
that,
we're at
give
230.
that wall a little tap, tap, tap around. There you go.
Now let's see. Does he
Glitch.
remember? Does he
Yeah.
remember the way to go?
Yes. Here. And then you can go up again. Yes. Okay. I'm here, and I gotta go right. Yeah, buddy. Oh, and I'm going up. I'm not even going to black screen.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's right. Shaving off precious seconds. We got
Shaving
this.
off precious seconds.
Keep going. Keep going.
He's
Keep
at,
going up.
he's at 257, 8,
Oh.
at 3, you have 51 seconds.
Yes.
To just continue walking upwards.
I did show off Aghanin's room too. So
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie really took us through the scenic route.
Yep. Well, I'm competitive to a fault.
Bottomless pit.
Come on, 315. Keep walking, Link. Keep walking.
I was gonna go down.
Oh.
There you go.
Time it. Time
Nope.
it. Stop it.
It was on stop. There you go.
Okay.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
nicely done.
Yeah.
Good work.
There we go.
Good work.
Fat
That was-
Ron.
that was
You're
actually-
ready. We'll do this. We'll do this. Jason, you better. We are. Oh, ready? There we go. Yes!
Yeah!
Woo!
Not only did I learn how to beat Link to the Past in 3 minutes, we all learned how to sing
Clap.
together or clap in half.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, nailed it!
3
Yeah, and you
tracks.
actually did really well for a first timer.
The student has become the master.
It would appear so.
Oh,
Yeah.
so, yes.
Oh man, now I must strike you down with my
No.
lightsaber.
Oh no,
So what is your fastest time that you've been able to do this with?
I've never timed it actually.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Do you want to do like try for a perfect run?
No, I'll mess up, but yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Why not?
All right.
Let's shoot for a non-tool assisted perfect run. The power of humanity over stupid tools.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
And then, so just to cue you up as well, there have been a lot of people asking if you know any secrets for any other games. So
Yeah,
after
can we make this a regular feature and have
after
like
this
one.
Ronnie speed runs blank? Ronnie speed runs this.
Yeah.
Ronnie speed runs this.
I mean, I'd be down. Yeah, it'd have to be super easy games like this. But yeah, no, I'm down.
super easy.
Okay, so you have to erase the
What?
game, right, and start from the very
Oh,
beginning.
I do. That's right. Here, let me.
Boo.
Sorry.
It's alright. It's alright.
Oh,
no,
no,
shame.
no restore point. There we go.
Yeah. So what other games like have you looked into doing similar things for other games?
A little bit. I mean, I thought like no, actually, I've looked into like doing glitches on other games like Mario 1 or like the Minos World and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like you can beat Super Mario World, like you can get to the end of it really quickly if you know what you're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Like when you say really quickly, how quickly?
Like you can get to like the 3rd level and then use Yoshi to pick up a coin right as like you're collecting the coin, and then that brings you to the credits because it's a buffer overflow or something like that.
Really?
I've never.
Oh, wow.
I've tried it. I've never been able to do it in real life.
I have
pretty
watched
cool.
some of those ones where they like program the game inside the game by like hitting a block and then eating the thing with Yoshi and then hopping off the Yoshi's back and like
Yeah.
this like weird intricate
Sequence
series of
of-
movements that seem meaningless but actually do stuff to the code in the game and they like beat it instantly.
Oh, yeah.
That's fascinating.
It's really
Oh,
neat.
dude, yeah, really. Yeah,
Oh,
people
where
have.
are we a winner? Nice.
No, I was
Oh.
actually I was going to compliment Matthew on his skills. And call him-
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
MatPat.
nice.
Thanks, buddy.
Aw.
Oh wait. I'm
Also,
sorry.
we
Sorry.
all,
sorry.
we all
No,
apparently earned nicknames. So at Minicat3276 has something for everyone, really. Fat Pat, Fat Ron, Fat Cat, who is not even in the room, Fat Jace, and
Jeez.
Paris.
And Paris.
Thanks.
You're just
the
Paris.
woman
Paris.
with the
Paris is just
the woman
implied
with
to be
a
fat.
beard.
Paris is just implied to be fat. Van Lind at Potato Spider says, do the Chris Houlihan glitch.
Oh, I don't really know how to get the Chris Houlihan room.
So what is the Chris Houlihan
Yeah,
glitch?
what's that one?
Oh, okay. You don't know? You know Chris Houlihan. It's just you're asking me, so the chat knows, right? Is that what's going on?
Actually, I feel like at one point in life I knew it, but I actually don't remember what it is, so if you could refresh my memory.
In Nintendo Power way back in the day, there was this contest, and it was like, get your name in a video game if you
Yeah.
win the contest. And so a kid named Chris Houlihan won the contest, and he got his name in A Link to the Past. And so there's a secret room you have to like do some weird stuff to access in Link to the Past, but it's like the secret Chris Houlihan room.
Yeah.
And it's like full of 1 million different rupees, and it's just like, hey, I'm Chris Houlihan.
Oh, okay, that
Wait,
that
is that the
what
one
it
with
is.
250 rupees and the other stuff? There's a room in here with like 250 rupees and a whole bunch of other stuff, but I thought it was supposed to be like a programmer cheat, where it's like, oh, if you're one of the devs and you need like a bump up or you need some extra stuff in the game, you just shortcut cheat to this room.
That sounds inaccurate to me. They
I mean,
might have.
it was hearsay. It's just a bit of hearsay.
I feel like if you're a dev and like you wouldn't want to
You
glitch to a
wouldn't need
room,
that,
you would just
right?
write that value in memory before you wrote the ROM to the rewritable cartridge.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, like, the obvious solution.
All right.
I have to say this though, because I remember the days when Nintendo Power would be like, oh, hey, here's, an opportunity for you to get your name in a video game. If I had won that contest and had been promised to get my name in a video game, and then the way to access that was through like some weird glitch or like some hack or programmer thing, or it's like not in the main part of the game. That
Shoot!
Oh,
No!
Oh no! Oh.
Shoot.
That's embarrassing. Well, Matthew wins.
All right. I would be so upset though, right? Like,
I don't know if
if
you're like,
my name's gonna be in a game, I want like everyone who plays that game to see my name.
if you're like 8 or 9 years old though, like that's still pretty cool. If you're a kid,
Not if you don't know how to see it. If it's like, hey, congratulations, MatPat, your name is gonna be in the next Zelda game. And then I play through the whole Zelda game and I don't see my name once. I'm like, where is my name? And then I write to Nintendo and I'm like, hey, you guys promised my name is in the game. And they're like, oh yeah, it's in the secret developer room.
yeah,
I'm like,
that's
oh.
kinda lame.
Oh.
Alright, fine.
Oh, cool.
Fine. Especially after like the actual names in the game are pretty random, like Zelda, right?
Well, actually, she was named after Zelda Williams.
Right,
Stop.
but it was just like Shigeru Miyamoto was like
Zelda-
No,
traveling-
Zelda
Zelda
Williams was named
Fitzgerald.
after Zelda, actually.
No,
yeah.
but, like,
yeah,
no.
it was named after Zelda Fitzgerald. My bad.
But yeah, Zelda Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
F. Scott Fitzgerald's wife.
Yeah.
Shigeru Miyamoto was just like in the U.S. and heard of F.
Are you
Scott
kidding me?
Fitzgerald.
This is the worst run in the world.
Aw.
Oh no, we're distracting
no.
you. We're distracting you.
No, I'm just bad.
You want to try again? Here, try again.
Do you want to? This is embarrassing. Like Matthew did so well on his first run through, and now here I am.
I had a
You
great
got it.
teacher.
You got it this time. And
I guess
you're
so.
like, we're like asking you all kinds of questions.
Here.
Nah, don't give me the
Here.
benefit of the
how,
doubt like
how
that.
about this? How about Stephanie and I make the banter, and you just focus at the test again?
Yeah.
You just game.
We can talk about the name Zelda. Did you know that actually?
I did. I'm the one who said Zelda Fitzgerald, actually.
He is.
Well,
in this-
fine, whatever.
All right.
Boom! Look at me, dropping Zelda knowledge.
But the point was like,
Cat
that's
Quapey.
Cat Queepy. That's it.
Cat
Queep.
Quip.
There we go.
Wait, start. There you go. All right. You tried to sneak in some extra seconds on me.
I
buddy.
guess so.
Yeah, I did know that one.
that's good. Good for you.
So, Steph, what is your favorite Link to the Past as well? Is that what you said earlier? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah,
Why?
Link to the Past is my favorite. There are one or two that I'm not that
We're-
big a fan of.
We're such the unpopular kids on the like. I'm sure someone out there in the comments right now is raging like, no one likes Ocarina of Time.
No, I was going to say Ocarina of Time is really good. The one I don't like is Twilight Princess. That's that.
Because you played it with motion controls.
I played it on, so it was one of the first Zelda games that I had played, and it was definitely the first motion control game I had played other than
like Wii Sports.
Other than Wii Sports, and I had such a hard time with the controls. It was so frustrating. It was like, I know how to do, I know the answers to all the puzzles, I know how to execute all the puzzles, it's just that I can't get the motion controls to cooperate.
Yeah.
And it was like an awful gaming experience.
Actually, what I did when I was playing Twilight Princess is I turned off the motion controls so I could just like aim my bow with the analog stick.
Oh my gosh,
Right?
and that would have been a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
So that was the one I didn't like.
I found Twilight Princess to be really underwhelming, actually. I
was like, unpopular opinions being dropped all over the place.
There were a couple of things I thought were cool about it, but I couldn't get past the controls.
Dude, I was looking forward to that game before they even had a title for it. It was just like the new Zelda.
Right?
People are like, oh, Wind Waker, Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is a different kind of Zelda proposition, I feel like.
It is very different.
And you're not that into Wind Waker, Matthew.
I'm not that into, like, I can't really say that too much.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah, because like the internet will eat me alive because I know everyone like adores Wind Waker. To me, I played it on the on GameCube, and just like there were so many fewer dungeons, which was disappointing.
Yeah.
And so much of it felt to me wasted, just like sailing from like as far as the amount of content in that game, like had it actually been condensed, it would have been a fairly short game, but because I had to spend so much time sailing from island to island and like searching for buried treasure and stuff, like it just, and none of the buried treasure like really helped to forward the plot except for like the MacGuffins at the end. And
some of it's necessary though, like some of it you have to find.
it is, but it's just kind of like a fetch quest at the very end, and it's just you sailing to different points on this huge map to find it.
And there is such a big argument going on in the chat right now about Twilight Princess. People are like, it sucked. No, it was the best. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh.
So I think for me, I liked Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess was great except for the controls.
See, the controls I think were rough, and the kind of the incorporation of the motion controls was rough. The other thing that was rough to me was the wolf sections. Like I really wanted to like the wolf sections, but it felt like such a strong deviation.
It felt really limited to me for playing as wolf. I was always like, I'm looking forward to not being the wolf so I can get all of the controls back.
Yeah, you were forced into it so often.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that was my major complaint with that game was, outside of the motion controls, was the wolf stuff. Like, it was fun for a little bit, but it was just so frequently that you had to be in the wolf mode.
Yeah. The cleave might.
They're 28.
What was your time?
I think mine was 321.
No, it was 326.
320. You still beat me though. Correct. Wow. Way to go. Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
The Cleave Meister, Ronnie is my kind of guy.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa,
I didn't really like Twilight Princess's world in a way.
Interesting.
It just wasn't a world I enjoyed spending time in.
Like when you say that, you mean like the characters or
the
like
everything? Yeah.
Okay.
The characters, the color palette,
the color palette was very off-putting for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Really? I didn't mind the color palette.
see,
I mean, it looked good. It just wasn't my.
it wasn't your cup of tea. Like you look at this and all the other kind of Zelda games that came before, and it's like bright greens, like vibrant colors.
I remember a lot of
Wind Waker was
vibrant
super bright.
colors in
No.
Twilight.
Twilight Princess was all very like
toward the
sepia
beginning.
toned. It was very kind of like browns and grays.
It was very desaturated, I'd say.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess so. Okay, fine. Everybody says.
Fine.
No, that's so funny. I mean, I do remember it being darker.
Yeah.
It's definitely darker, and I remember more purples. And I didn't mind the purples in that game, but I guess if browns and grays, I guess so.
I mean, because Wind Waker had just come out, it had been like the last Zelda
Right.
game, so
Yeah.
like Twilight Princess was kind of going against that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, we should do like a live deadlock around what is the best Zelda game. That would be fun.
Ooh.
Because I know we did the deadlock about what is the best Zelda game, but everyone's always like, why don't you do deadlock that's unscripted? And it's because
that's called a ragey argument.
I mean the structure of deadlock allows you to have a little bit more like, there's a little bit more of a narrative arc to it rather than like just random arguments being tossed back and forth.
Yeah.
But that would be fun, like to try like a real live argument about. How do you feel about Link 2? Or Zelda 2, Link 2?
You know how I feel about Zelda 2.
Adventures of Link.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's always like, oh, people just don't like Zelda 2 because it's different. And no, people don't like Zelda 2 because it's bad. It's bad.
It is not. Okay. Live Deadlock. Zelda 2's bad?
Is it bad or is it just hard?
Yeah, why would you say it's bad?
No. It's hard and it's bad. Just because something hard doesn't mean it's just. Okay, so.
What makes it bad?
When you're doing a 2D action platformer, such as Zelda 2,
Yeah.
you need range in your attack. Castlevania knew this, Kid Icarus knew this, East knows this. I don't know if you played East, but if you had, you know. Faxanadu sort of knew this to a certain extent.
Xanadu? Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
If you were a real gamer, you would have played those games, man.
Yeah, Zelda 2.
I played Kid Icarus. I played.
You like Kid
obviously,
Icarus?
I played almost every Castlevania.
Yeah, like those games, they knew that you need to have range if you're doing a 2D action platformer.
Yeah.
And in Zelda 2, like your sword is just so tiny. It's only like 3 pixels in front of you, and so you have 0 range, and it's a very ineffective weapon. And like you don't really get too many other weapons over the course of the game, like you do in other Zelda games.
Yeah.
Or like even in Castlevania. So the combat is not super varied, and it just sort of you're a very ineffective being within that land. And it's also like you do like when you have full life, you do like the sword zappy thing, right?
Yeah.
But like that doesn't affect most enemies. Like the enemies you'd want to use sword zappy on, it doesn't work. Sword zappy doesn't work on those enemies.
Oh man, we're having
And
a
so
live
it's-
deadlock on this.
It's,
Oh,
it's
man.
like the combat is just
See it now.
yeah. The only way I know anybody who's ever like seriously beat the game is by exploiting the combat mechanics. Because like it is interesting. Like you can attack high and low and whatnot. But like the AI doesn't necessarily have tells or whatnot, like as Dark Souls or whatever.
Right, yeah,
It's
they
just
have
sort
their
of
zero
It's just sort of like you just mash up and down, and then sort of hope, and like you just have to exploit the AI, and that was like the meta of the combat was exploiting the AI.
No,
And-
the meta of the combat, the winning strategy is to do the jump attack.
yeah, you're exploiting the mechanics. That's the
Isn't that every game? But Ronnie, okay, here we go. This is true. This is live deadlock right now. Because isn't every game about exploiting the mechanics? Like, okay, use the instance Dark Souls, right? Like, 90% of the strategy of Dark Souls is either roll and attack, like roll behind the enemy and attack. That's most of the battles, or hold shield up for a long time and attack, or use magic and just like whittle them away from afar and attack.
Exploit the fact that they all carry incredibly heavy axes and their attacks are all going to be slow, so they're going to
But like,
they're gonna let a weapon fall.
isn't that a video game in a nutshell? I'm figuring out what is the optimum strategy for winning a fight and exploiting that.
Well, okay, so
But it
I
shouldn't
feel
be
like
the
that's
same
no,
every
no.
time.
I feel well. That's another thing I was going to get
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I feel like those are two sort of slightly different things. In in Zelda 2, you're exploiting the mechanics. You're playing on a game that the designers didn't necessarily intend. Whereas in Dark Souls, the designers intended you to play that way. Every single instance of a fight you have in that game is very specifically designed for you to play it in one of several different ways. One of those being that.
Yeah.
And it's also Dark Souls. The combat is actually varied. They'll take like the same 3 enemies and then like.
And don't get me wrong, I love Dark Souls, by the way.
yeah.
Like, no hate for Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I'm playing Dark Souls 3 right now. It is glorious.
In Dark Souls, they'll give you like the same 3 enemies, but in different circumstances. Like one's right next to a ledge, so like you can't like circle this enemy, so then like you have to like kick him off or something. And there's another one where you'll fight like one enemy in an open space, and you fight him one way, and then you'll fight him in a hallway, and like you have to fight entirely differently because of like the arc of your swing. So like that's a game that really knows like its mechanics and like its combat mechanics and like its space, and so that's a game about knowing your space and knowing your weapon. Whereas
true.
in Zelda 2, like I don't even think you can draw a comparison between Zelda 2 and Dark Souls because they're just. But Zelda 2, it's like I mean. Just if you want to compare it to Castlevania or Kid Icarus.
Okay, let's compare it to Castlevania. At least Zelda knew that, hey, if I'm doing a 2D like action adventure platformer game, I need to have a system in place where I can change the arc of my jump in midair. As opposed to, hey, here's Castlevania. Once you hit jump button, you are locked into that jump.
I disagree with that sentiment.
Ooh, okay.
No, Castlevania 1 is very specifically designed for that jump arc. Everything is designed with that jump arc in mind.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes, it is. That's like you can even tell. Like they have like the floors that sort of like when you jump on them, they sort of like push you down to the floor.
Apparently, you need to do an episode on this because he's not ready.
It's
He's
called,
not ready.
I mean, did you even watch Ego Raptor Sequelitis? He covered this, and he's not even like.
I did. Do you even Ego Raptor,
Yeah.
bro?
I mean,
do
if
you
he-
even Ego Raptor?
And he wasn't even the first one to point this out. I feel like everybody knows this. Of like the jump arc in Castlevania 1 was very specifically like the entire levels are designed around that jump arc. Sure, it feels very weird at first, but once you get into it, it's actually like. It feels really good, like the pacing of Castlevania when you're able to like.
Until you're fighting the Grim Reaper.
No,
which
the
point then
bosses.
it is.
The bosses are like the worst and the best thing about that game. Like there's only 2 good bosses, and then the rest are just terrible. It's the levels where the design of Castlevania 1 shines.
What are the good bosses in Castlevania? I'm curious.
The very first bat is an interesting boss because if you get the axe, he becomes easier, so you learn about sub-weapons that way.
Yeah.
The other one is Dracula, the final Dracula fight. That's also an interesting fight, and that you have to slash at his fire and stuff.
Yeah.
All the other bosses in Castlevania 1 are just bad, though.
They are pretty bad.
Yeah.
The mummies. Oh my god. Frankenstein's monster for the longest time.
Oh, it's
just
the worst.
ruined my childhood.
I bet.
I would say Grim Reaper, like, that one puts your skills to the test. That is a hard boss,
Okay.
but, like, it's a rewarding boss.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably one of the only other good ones.
Yeah.
You can, stun lock him, though, with the what is it? There's an item you can use to stun lock the Grim Reaper.
It works best if you use the cross on him.
Is it the cross
You
you
can
stun lock?
really spam the cross on him, and that takes care of him pretty quickly.
I feel like there's something where you don't even have to jump around. It's like as soon as he spawns, you can stun lock him. Sort of like in Castlevania 2, how you can stun lock Dracula.
Right.
I feel like you can stun lock the Grim Reaper, and it's the easiest way to beat him. That's how I beat him when I beat the game. I never beat the Grim Reaper legitimately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never knew hacks like
okay.
stun locking and stuff, and
Yeah.
so I would just play the game and just do it,
Yeah.
get good.
What's your favorite Zelda memory?
Oh, favorite Zelda memory?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
how
tough one.
personal.
Favorite
I like
Zelda
it.
memory? I would say here. Do you have one?
I do.
Give me a second to think about it. What's yours?
Yeah, I was a kid when I very first played Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
And that was such a wonderful, huge world and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And so you start off, you're in the forest, and you go into the Deku Tree, and you come out of the Deku Tree, and you're told to find Zelda at the
Yeah.
castle. And so it's you walk out of the forest into the light, and suddenly you see the whole world opening up around you.
Yeah.
And the owl tells you to stay on the trail, so of course you do. And that trail, you crest a hill sort of,
Uh-huh.
and you see Hyrule Castle Market Town sort of come out of the
rising out of the horizon.
Yeah, and my brother, his friend, and I were all playing it, and as soon as we saw the castle, his friend said, "Booyah!"
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a good one.
That
I
stuck
like
with
that.
me.
A good memory. I'd say. What about you, Jason? Do you have one? Favorite Zelda memory? I'm trying to think what mine would be. Mine would be. I feel like mine might be. Mine might be beating Zelda 2, Zelda 2 Adventure of Link as a kid. Cause you're right, it's a brutal, I love brutally difficult games. I love hard games, and so that was one that, cause back in the day of those games when they first came out, it wasn't really distinguished as being hard or not, right? Yes, it was generally considered wow, Battletoads is a really challenging game, but to me, I didn't really have many people to talk to about video games, and so for me, it's just here's a game, there's the expectation that I should be able to beat it, right? There was never this idea of, oh, this game is so much harder than other games. It was just my assumption of everyone else was, oh, everyone else can beat this game, so I should be able to beat this game. And so the idea of beating that
So
game
you just
for the
had
first
terrible
time,
self-esteem for a couple weeks until you beat it.
well, no, it wasn't.
Everyone else can beat this game. Why can't I beat this game?
And so for me, I think
Little MatPat just crying into his pillow every night. Zelda 2, no!
Zelda 2, no, you're the worst. No, I think for me it was the moment though of getting to the final, the final temple of Zelda 2 is so exciting because every other temple feels kind of samey, they're just kind of color swaps. They all have basically the same music, this and that. And then you enter into the final castle of Zelda 2. The music is drastically different. It's so epic. The gate raises, the weird tentacle gate raises up, and you're entering into this uber difficult just maze of a final temple. It's incredible. The excitement of that section is so palpable, and I remember getting so stoked for that and getting through to the end and beating the final bosses of, spoiler alert, the Thunderbird and Link's Shadow is such a huge challenge.
Honestly.
So being able to actually pull that off is great. So that would be mine, I'd say, is Zelda 2. Either.
I'm sorry, your best memory has to be from such a terrible
Yeah,
game.
right? That's so sad. So sad.
Maybe you just gotta get good, Ronnie.
What? I wasn't bad at Zelda 2. Zelda 2 is just a bad game. It wasn't that I was bad at it.
Should we
It's like
take
it took me a day to beat it.
Yeah.
Whatever. It took him 4 minutes to beat that one. Should we take a couple questions from the chat
Yeah,
and then
that'd
wrap
be
it
great.
up? Yeah.
And, Jason, did you come up with a
Did you
memory
have
though?
stories
first?
on
I can't think of like a specific moment, but I would have to say that
I also love this game. This game
my
is great.
memories of the Ocarina of Time are probably the most iconic ones for me for the Zelda series.
Yeah.
Because I remember getting the game for Christmas, and I have 2 older brothers, and we almost always played multiplayer games because they'd be the only ones that we could play together,
Yeah.
and we'd always be home at the same time, so we'd all want to play video games at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That Zelda game is probably the only single-player game that I remember playing the whole way through with my sibling.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. That's really nice.
That's adorable, Jason. That's
So I
cute.
guess that is like my best
Your Zelda memory?
from
Oh, that's
Zelda.
good.
Well,
It's
Zelda
not like
memories.
one specific moment, it's just that game in
I forget
general.
what this is.
You see,
That's really cool.
that's interesting because like I experienced Ocarina of Time with my older brother. So
Really?
yeah, like during that story is like me and my brother and his friend. Were,
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, but like that's how I experienced the entire game as well.
That's
was,
so
yeah, with
interesting.
Yeah, there's something about that game that was very communal, I guess. In that
You know,
time.
it's so Ocarina of Time is really interesting, and because my Zelda memories are like very different from everyone else's because growing up I didn't have any console systems. I only had a computer to play games on, and so my discovery of a lot of console games came later when I was like a teenager and stuff. But I remember so distinctly my first ever encounter with Zelda or the idea of Zelda games was the commercial for Ocarina of Time. That was like it was everywhere right before it came out, and I remember seeing that commercial. I still remember like frames and like moments from that commercial, and that's the one where I was like, what is that game? I need to play this game because it looked like for the types of games that I like to play on the computer, which was again the only thing that I had access to for gaming. It looked like right up my alley. I was like, this looks like a game I would love. And so my first ever encounter with Zelda was that commercial, and that's what sparked my interest in the entire franchise. And it like unfolded from there.
Was that the one where it's like, wilt thou win?
Yes.
Or wilt thou suck?
Oh yeah. It was totally that one. And you
Video
see
game
it-
commercials are the weirdest things,
Well, and
by
it
the
was
way.
the coolest one. It was like the coolest thing because I mean, you're like, oh my god, it's a 3D game. It's so realistic, and of course, you know, Link is like 4 blocks worth of like 3D character, and you see it, and it's whatever year that what year was that? Like mid
1998.
19. Yeah. I was gonna say 1996, 97, but it was a little bit later.
Yeah, I mean, it might have
so. Yeah, and you see it and you're like, oh, the graphics are stunning, and so that was actually where it started for me.
I
My
would
first
agree.
ever exposure to Zelda.
That was a powerful commercial.
It was.
It was.
That one, speaking of...
Revolutionary.
We should go into the chat for questions and on Twitter.
Yeah.
But it's funny, video game commercials, another one that really sticks out in my mind to this day is the first Super Smash Brothers commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's them frolicking
yeah.
through the field in like the giant mascot outfits, and they just start beating on each other.
Totally.
Such a good commercial, and such a ballsy commercial too for Nintendo to do that with kind of its like iconic game characters. Like, hey, we're just gonna do kind of this like weird, it feels like it would be like a YouTube video today, right? Where it's like a bunch of people in mascot outfits just beating on each other. Oh, I need the delete key. So like, good on them to have made that one happen, because that is such a cool thing.
Okay.
But-
And me.
yeah,
Me and you.
right?
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
about that commercial was
Oh.
great. So Steph, what do we got from
Let's see. Well, one of the ones that came up, and I lost it here on Twitter. It came up a little while ago. Was what are your feelings about the new Zelda game? The Zelda 4
Wii U or NX or whatever, it ends
whatever
up being?
system it ends up being on. The 2016 Zelda.
I have none.
No opinion.
No.
I think it's still too early. Like,
Yeah.
it's still too early to tell. I mean, you can bet that anytime there's going to be a new Zelda, I'm very excited about it. I love, like, Zelda is one of the franchises that to this, like, it's one of my favorite franchises of all time. Like, every game I will do my best to play for the most part. You know, I've skipped a couple of the mobile installments, but for the most part, like, I try to play every Zelda game. I've gotten through definitely every console game. So I'm excited about it, but, you know, it's too early to tell. Like, there just hasn't been enough revealed.
Yeah, what I'm waiting for is that Wand of Gamelon remake.
Yeah, you stoked for some more Wand
Yeah,
of
dude,
Gamelon?
I cannot wait to bomb some Dodongos.
Philips, man. Philips CDI is just waiting to re-release.
Cool. So.
Virtual console, Wand of Gamelon.
Squadala, we are off.
Okay, so why don't you?
I want Zelda's Adventure. If we're talking about that.
Oh yeah.
That one of the CDI games, that would be the one I would be most excited about.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Squadala. Anyway. Any other Zelda memories coming in?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say we should probably wrap up with a couple of Zelda memories here.
Well, we should. I'm also wrapping up this dungeon.
Yeah.
If you're seeing my like
I
lead
see it.
packs right now.
I see it. Leslie's my favorite Zelda memory is finally beating Ocarina of Time's Water Temple for the first time. Yeah.
Oh.
At Flowser, best Zelda memory, lazy Friday evening playing Wind Waker with the brother and eating French fries. That sounds lovely.
That does sound
I
lovely.
could totally go for some French fries right now.
Right? French fries
Oh.
sound really good.
French fries, what?
We have a really good fish and chips place around here. We can get some fries.
Ooh,
No.
Let's see.
Beat these guys. I forget.
face off, fat pat.
Yeah, face of Fat Pat. We have some nice art of you coming
Oh, excellent.
in. It's good. It's good. Let's see. Oh, I like how the speedrun has become a discussion of platformers. One might say it has digressed.
Oh!
At
I see what you did
00
there.
Space Mountain. Also, this artwork has been sent in a few times, Ronnie, just to let you know.
I love it.
Yay, Ronnie Do Good, sort of. He's the. It's a picture of Ronnie that says, "I'm the hero of hacks. Who cares if I'm wearing a dress?" I believe your link in that one. So.
I maybe.
Good. I'm not sure. You have a nice hat going on or
Yeah.
something. I'm not totally sure what's.
It might be Mido.
It could be.
Yeah. Saria. I don't know. Saria doesn't wear a hat though.
Oh, shoot. There you go. No.
Oh, okay. So
what
here's
are you
a
doing here?
What?
There you go.
here's a question for the chat. Have you guys been seeing
It's the
Aaron play
bottom
Ocarina of
line
Time?
Ooh.
On what, Game Grumps?
Yeah.
Are they playing Ocarina of Time?
Yeah. He plays that game in a way that I've never seen a human being play Ocarina of Time before.
How so?
It's-
How can you do a reenactment?
Yeah, I'm
A
curious.
dramatic
I
retelling?
can't without getting really mean.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't use Deku Nuts. He
Who uses Deku Nuts?
Are you kidding me? You don't use Deku Nuts?
No, of course not.
That must be a boring game for you if you don't use Deku Nuts.
What?
They're like the second most important item in the game, Deku Nuts.
No, what are you
Are
talking
you,
about?
what are you talking about?
Why are Deku Nuts so important?
They stun enemies, so you don't have to wait for them to hit you. It's like you can just blitz enemies with Deku Nuts.
Oh,
Have you even played Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, and I didn't need Deku Nuts to stun any
Well, no, you don't.
enemies.
You don't need it, but it makes combat suck way less.
I see again. The internet is such an interesting place. To me, like I know like now in kind of retrospect, everyone's like, oh, the Ocarina of Time is all about waiting and stuff. As a gamer, like
Well, no. Aaron says Ocarina of Time is all about waiting, but it's because he doesn't use Deku Nuts. It's only about waiting if you don't use Deku Nuts. Sorry, keep going.
No, because I played it the same way then. I didn't use Deku Nuts. I just played the, I don't use items really.
Chat, are these guys weird? I feel like you have something pressing on your brain, or
What?
maybe
Did
there's
not use
something-
items?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is
I
a
just-
Zelda game. You use items.
I can
You're
totally
Batman.
relate to that actually. In
I'm very
most
stingy
in most
with
games,
items.
I'm also really stingy with items.
The fact that I have to use all these arrows
Oh
right
my
now
gosh,
is
it's
making
so
me
stressful.
horrendously uncomfortable.
It's so stressful. This fight, using up all your arrows. You're like, I might need those arrows later. What's going on here?
Right? I hate using items.
I was telling Matthew there was one time I played this and I ran out of arrows, so I had to boomerang him like 250 times
That's the
before he
worst.
died.
Oh, didn't even let it touch the ground. That's some pro stuff right there.
That's called speedrunning. Boom.
Oh.
Done. Boom.
Oh yeah, he beat the game.
Boom.
Actually,
Beat it.
Actually,
One
what he
and
was
done.
doing when he was fighting the boss is programming values into the code, so
I am.
we're going to see the credits right now.
So, any last? I think that's as far as gameplay goes. That's a good place to kind of like tie it
Yeah,
up. What about
good.
any last comments from any of us?
I like that French fry idea. We should hit that up.
All right, we're gonna go hit up some
Way
French
on the French
fries.
fry
So there you have it. Beating Zelda. Now you know how to beat Legend of Zelda. Link to the Past.
I was just gesturing.
in
but-
2 minutes and 50 seconds, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We didn't set a world record, but it was the fastest I've ever beaten the game, and I
Yeah.
think we all learned something about video game programming today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
really
what makes
exciting.
digressing and side questing so cool, because
Oh.
you cover stuff like this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've always said that Ronnie's show is one of my favorites on the channel because,
Because he's trying to get into my pants.
yep, still trying.
Standard.
Still trying to get into his pants. No luck yet.
No.
Stop holding out, Ronnie.
If you play your cards right tonight, after we get some fish and chips, that might just happen.
Yes, you heard it
what?
here. Pants confirmed.
I'm gonna go.
Well, this has gotten awkward. So anyway, I think that about wraps it up for today. Ronnie, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You need to practice some other games so that way we can. I like the idea of making this into a regular feature of
I
Ronnie
like it too.
speedrunning games. This
Yeah,
is
let's
cool.
do it.
Yeah.
Because this was really exciting. I think I learned a lot at
Yeah.
least.
And thanks everybody else.
Yeah, if you want to
for
see
joining.
more, tweet MatPat and tell him you want more of me, because you do. I can see it in your eyes.
And like we just discussed, it's very clear I'm on more of Ronnie. So anyway, we're gonna wrap things up for today. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time for something cool. I think I know what we have going on. It's gonna be exciting. So tune in tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see you there. And remember, guys, that's just a stream, a speed run stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us, Ronnie. Let's say goodbye to the
Let's
chat,
say
shall
goodbye
we?
to the chat. Leanne, bye.
Goodbye, Car Hoffman. Was that Hoffman?
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Dawson Lundgren.
Eli-
Blue, bye.
Elijah B. What? Elijah B. If you missed us beating the game in 3 minutes, check out earlier in the stream. It happened so quickly.
So fast.
So fast.
B-Dog Yancel, bye.
Pinky Pink, say done. Done. Let's see.
Goodbye, Wacko Pot. See you, Wacko Pot.
Wacko Pop wants us to make a Shy Guy episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Z Davleen by 10 Ben Dog.
Yeah, fine.
Got you.
Caitlin Dennison just says French fries.
Sebastian
Oh,
the Fish,
yeah.
what's
Right.
today's date numerically? What?
What?
420. Oh, yeah. And happy 420 Blazer.
Oh, that's why I'm wearing green.
Yeah.